All right, Melon, I told you that I'd have it for you. I told you that I would do it. This is going to be my third time drinking this year. I'm definitely not going to be drinking this entire thing because of that. We're having some mango y chile. I don't know how you say, I don't know how you pronounce Chile in Spanish. They pronounce it weird. It's like Chile, or something weird shit like that. But yeah, uh, beautiful Modelo beer. To be honest, I've never really been a big fan of Modelo's, but I was like, this probably has a kind of fruity flavor to it. I've literally never tried this. This cost like $2.20 for this entire thing. Um, I think that was after tax too. Like this thing cost nothing, and this is 1 pint, 8 full ounces. Um, so we're going to be diving into this here. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. I just know that every Mexican beer I have ever drank has been terrible. Like, unapologetically terrible. Corona is terrible. The regular Modelo's have been terrible. I hear that there's one, what is it called? Red Stripe or Red Heart or something like that. Red Stripe is the Jamaican beer. It's called Red something that's supposedly decent, that comes from Spain. That's like kind of Mexico because Mexico is New Spain. Um, yeah, honestly, I have no idea what to expect with this. Um, I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that this is going to have a more fruity flavor than not. If it has more of a beer flavor, you're going to see me make an ick face because even though I used to drink alcohol pretty often, I've always hated the taste of it. There has never been a time when I've actually enjoyed the taste of alcohol. So this one's for you, Arm Melon. Thank you for the $5. Oh, wow. This doesn't smell like alcohol. I might actually end up enjoying this. Let's fucking see. Okay, one sip. Okay. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. But it's also kind of not. Like the part that tastes like fruit, okay? The part that tastes like fruit is passable. The part that tastes like beer is definitely not. So I'm gonna try another sip of this. I have like a piss taste in the back of my mouth. I promise you, I did not drink piss before recording this video. I'm just drinking whatever this is. Ah. This is supposed to not really taste like beer. If this is a Modelo that is supposed to not really taste like beer, I don't want to drink one of their beers that's supposed to like really taste like beer. Like they have the ones, like the light ones that just kind of taste like water. They have the regular ones that everyone buys that taste like kind of Americanized Mexican beer, and then they have the ones that are advertised as like this is the authentic shit. Like they come in those like weird like Mexican looking bottles. This is supposed to be like more, I think, on the side of being less authentic. And ick, it tastes like ick. I don't want to drink this. I mean, I'm going to. I want to get like a little buzz. I don't want to get drunk. I definitely don't want to get hammered. I just want to kind of feel something. So let's try this again. Maybe I'll get more. I feel like burning in the back of my throat. Is that normal? That's not normal? Okay. Well, let me try this again. Okay. I'm getting a little bit more used to it now, even though there's even more of a burning sensation. See, this is what I mean. It's like It's especially not that hard to quit drinking when you really don't like how alcohol tastes. Like, I liked how alcohol would make me feel, up until the point when it stops making you feel good and then you just kind of start feeling bad. But I never liked how it tastes. I don't know how people can feel refreshed from drinking alcohol. This is the least refreshing thing I've ever drank. This is terrible. Like, this is just terrible. There are people that come home from working in construction in like 100-degree weather, and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to sit down and drink a Modelo. This is going to be the most refreshing thing I've ever had. There are people who think this every fucking day. At the hotel that I used to work at, there were these construction workers and factory workers at the battery plants around where I live. We would go into their rooms if they were stayovers to clean up, and without a doubt, all of them had Modelo. All of them. They loved it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about working in that heavily physical kind of job that like makes you want to drink this stuff. But the last thing I would say is a need for refreshment. A need for nourishment. No way. This is not a nourishing drink. It's just not. It tastes terrible. I bought a beer as well that was about the same price that I think I would like more than this. Who's gonna drink this? Are you gonna drink this?
Sure.
Are you actually gonna drink this?
I don't know.
You can try one sip. Just try one sip.
I'll try it.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna be in the video now. You're too big. Okay, there she is. Did you like it?
It's pretty good.
You think this is good? You think this is good? Okay, have another sip for the
it just tastes like one of those like seltzer, like a White Claw or something.
It does not taste like a White Claw to me. It has this like awful like beer taste.
Yeah, these are pretty light. It's pretty nice. It doesn't taste
how much did you just drink? Did you just down like half the can? That's what it feels like.
I chugged quite a bit, yeah.
Oh, okay, you don't need to have any more. Okay. Time to try the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Our Melon, you're not just getting one. I know that I'm gonna like this one. I gotta be careful around this one. Not to drink too much. Our Melon, you're getting 2 beer reviews for the price of one. So lucky you. I'm actually feeling like a little something. What percentage is this? What percentage is this even? It doesn't say. Oh, the mystery. That's wonderful. Oh, 3.5% alcohol. Why does it taste so bad then? Is it just like how beer is brewed? Oh, this is 8% alcohol. It's Smirnoff Smashed, the favorite of alcoholics. I mean, that's who drinks this, right? Like, it wasn't that long ago. It was like a year ago. We were in Portland, and you had to go to the ATM.
Yeah.
And then this guy at 9 a.m. in the morning walked up to you with one of these, I think it was the orange kind, in his hand at 9 in the morning, and he was like, "Hey, sexy," like what's it, something? He said something like that.
Yeah.
And you just clasped your keys and like gave him the most terrifying look, and he just walked away. Like that guy like darted away.
Yeah, he was not interested after that.
No. That was fucking strange.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to drink, but like I was never like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit this like 9 a.m. in the morning. Like I don't. That's on some other shit. You gotta be miserable to be doing that, like just abjectly miserable. But yeah, this is the red, white, and blue variant. You can see they would never release this in Canada. You're gonna have one tiny sip of this, okay? Not
Okay.
you're not gonna gulp it. This is not a big gulp. It may be shaped like one, but that's not what we're doing
I just
here.
see all American beers as a big gulp.
You see all American man as a big gulp. You see that and you're just like, I'm gonna have as much of this as I want.
Well, for me, that's right.
You're like, I see the buffet and I want everything. I want everything on it. I'm getting a plate as big as I can possibly get, and I'm filling it to the brim until the food's falling on the floor.
Wow. I see. Very, very subtle way to call me a slut.
I can say it because it's not true.
True.
That's why I can say it.
Yeah.
Some people say it's funny because it's true. I say it's funny because it's not true. But yeah, this is the I guess 4th of July brand. I didn't see this like at any other time of year. It's getting to be about time for Independence Day, so I think that's why they sold this. Fun fact, when I saw this in the store, it was literally the last one. Like it was literally it wasn't just the last one of these. It was the last single of like almost any beer. They had Mike's Harder Lemonade fully stocked for some reason. They always do. But then these and like all the other singles, they were all gone. All the packs of beers were also gone there at the grocery store. I don't know. I felt like someone just walked in and they were like, "I'm getting hammered tonight. I am getting liquored up on these beers." And he just went home and that guy probably died. I mean, let's be real here. I feel like whoever rated that alcohol section had a really good and then a really bad time. But this flavor is red, white, and berry. It looks like it's blue raspberry, cherry, and citrus. I guess the citrus is the white. I don't know if this is like some artificial, like synthetic type shit, but I guess we're gonna find out. Mmm, that is way better. There's like that, like kind of almost like vodka-y, like kick in the back. Even though I know that this, I'm pretty sure isn't vodka. Even though it's the Smirnoff brand.
It says premium malt beverage.
Yeah, it's malt liquor.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. This is not vodka. Even though it's Smirnoff Ice. I've never understood that. Like, why is the Smirnoff Ice under the Smirnoff brand if it's a malt beverage?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It never made any sense. I could drink this whole. I'm not gonna do that, but no, you have to all have a crazy amount of weight
Mm-hmm.
and a like regular tolerance to drink a whole one of these.
Yeah.
I used to though. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I used to drink like 2 of these
Two of
sometimes.
these, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember them just sitting there and like seeing the 2 cans on the bedside table.
You saw a lot of cans
Oh,
on the
yeah.
bedside table at that time. I was like hardcore back then.
Yeah. Those were some wild times.
Yeah. You can drink this one.
I see.
Just don't drink the whole thing.
Okay.
But I think it should be fine because it's 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Be in the video.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a Sophia video. I know our Melon is a big fan of both of us.
Oh hell yeah.
So we got the dream team
Thank you,
here.
Melon, for the drinks.
And these together, I think, literally cost less than $5, which is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. True.
Because I think it was like when you would buy like a single of those no boats on Sundays, like glass like bottles of beer, which I think ended up being like about a pint.
Mm-hmm.
They would cost like $10.
Yeah.
like
Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah,
It's
not
like a
in,
scam.
not including the tax.
Yeah.
But yeah,
These are a good value, I think.
yeah, but I'm definitely vibing much more with the taste of this. I think I like is there a difference between how malt beverages and just regular beers are brewed? I never really looked into this stuff.
I'm honestly not sure because like all these type of drinks in Canada, they generally just make them with vodka, like
Yeah.
vodka with fruit juice.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how exactly they do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm pretty sure, just supposed to be like a regular beer.
This tastes like nothing like beer to me.
It's a Mexican beer.
But I like it, to be honest. I would buy this again, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Yeah. Oh wow, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is an interesting beverage here. I like this one a lot more than I like that one. You really don't taste any like beer, like
None.
Hispanic flavor, anything like that?
No, it just tastes like mango juice.
That's crazy. I had that like burning in the back of my throat, like get this out of my throat, like I don't want this here.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad.
I feel like the kind of burning that I would expect from like a citrus type fruit, but like that's about it.
I mean, this has citrus too.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, I've drank like about a quarter of this. That's gonna be enough for now.
Yeah.
Until I see how I'm feeling, because I don't want to have too much.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I like the flavor of this. It's got I think the white in this, I was being kind of ignorant. I said, "Oh, that's like some synthetic citrus or something." The white is just the regular Smirnoff Ice flavor.
Yeah.
Which is also a pretty good beer. You know, I used to walk over to this cigarette place that was near my dad's house back when I lived with him. And they would have these 6-packs
Mm-hmm.
of the Smirnoff Ice, like glass bottles.
Yeah.
And I would walk home, you know, with this smile on my face, like I had just seen Santa Claus or something. I would be in such a good mood. I'd come home and I'd pop the PS2 disc in, and I would just be vibing. You
What
know?
a vibe.
Yes. Yeah.
So comfy.
Drinking that cheap beer, playing some Tony Hawk's Underground. It was beautiful, wonderful.
Yeah, we'll drink to that for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. You have any closing thoughts on these drink? Did you try this
I
one?
haven't tried this one yet.
Okay.
Let me just give it a quick shot.
Don't have it. Okay. I thought you were gonna do the thing you did last time, where you like fucking down like half.
You see,
the
I
thing.
don't like that one nearly as much.
See, that's crazy. Like,
This is a far superior drink in my opinion.
see, like our tastes in this stuff are so different. Like if it tastes less like alcohol to me, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's good.
Yeah. This one, I don't know, it has kind of like a weird like mix of flavors. It tastes kind of strange to me.
I mean, isn't that the point? It's like
I
blue
mean, yeah.
raspberry, cherry, like.
Yeah, it's like it's like the 4th of July, you know, shoot all the fireworks off, you know, get all the flavors, you know?
Yes.
Why not? But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
for me, this one would be my preferred choice though.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely sense this like Smirnoff Ice, like just the classic like white ones, like flavor
Mm-hmm.
in there, in the mix with like the blue raspberry and the cherry. It's like this
Yes.
party going on my tongue. And I don't have that nasty like just alcohol taste. And come to think of it, you know, when I first started drinking, back when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I would often go for vodka. Not like the top shelf, but like the mid shelf vodka. Like I'm talking like Sky,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that was what would be bought for me at
Mhm.
that time.
Yeah.
And it also didn't have like too much of that vodka taste it also didn't have the noticeable cheap vodka taste.
Right.
It would just kind of taste like nothing when you'd mix it with orange juice or something like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you used enough of it to dilute the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would always go for.
Hell yeah.
But of course, these days, like, I don't even touch liquor. Like, even when I, started, getting back into alcohol, back when I was more into alcohol, like the second time I got more into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go for the liquor anymore. I just stuck to the whatever
the big beers, yeah.
Yeah, like whatever the heck these are.
Yeah, exactly.
Because something about it just felt a little bit less intense.
Right.
Yeah, than just like straight up like taking the liquor
Yeah.
and pouring up that way.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, with liquor, like, it's so easy to just just slam it and you're just gone,
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
with this stuff, it's like you have to drink all this other stuff with it, so it's
Yeah,
not
it's
so.
like you
It's more
can
mellow.
you can take your time. I mean, you can take your time with any of it, but
Yeah.
it's like you can really take your time for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember just drinking this the bottom shelf like cheap as vodka and just taking these like little sips of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
When I first started like drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I liked sort of. I mean, to be honest, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it tasted, but I have nostalgic memories for drinking Kentucky's finest Popov vodka. These like little, I mean, sometimes they come in a big thing, but it's this type of vodka that is so cheap that it doesn't even come in glass. Like it comes in plastic, and it has the like those Russian buildings with like the the ones with like the big circles on top that look like balloons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like the Tsar's like palace. Or
Yes,
whatever,
yeah,
like that type of stuff.
the Tsar's Palace. It has like the Tsar's Palace on the front of it, and then like, but it's drawn in black with like a red background,
Yeah.
like a maroon colored background. It's so strange, the branding.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that brand anywhere other than Kentucky. Like this is the only place I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that exists where I'm from, but
Yeah, definitely not. Like, it doesn't even exist in, like, Illinois,
Yeah.
so far that I've seen.
I see. Just a little home brand for the Kentucky natives.
Yeah, who want to pay, like, $5 for a thing of vodka. Literally, it's $5 for, like, a, thing of vodka.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's very many who do.
I mean, I remember getting 2 of those for $10.
Oh wow, what a deal.
Yeah. And it tasted terrible. You could very clearly tell that you were drinking vodka
Yeah.
when you drank it.
But if you make like a nice like screwdriver or something,
Yeah.
not so bad.
It was kind of bad, but I was doing it, and because at the time when I was drinking those, I didn't really have. You're trying to look really tall. You're like really trying to you're really trying to emphasize the differential here. Yeah, you can do that, but I can always just do this. I can always just do this, and then I can mog you this way.
That's mean.
Yeah, see, now you're fucking dropping down to be so tiny. I've made you so small by comparison just by doing that. But shit, what was I even gonna say? I was talking about, oh yeah, like I remember like I had no tolerance at the time, and I put like, I want to say it was like a quarter of like a small like drinking glass. It's a whiskey glass, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Filled with that, and then the rest was orange juice, and I was just hammered after drinking that. Like I had no idea what was going on there, and I was like, oh my god, I hadn't drank in a while.
Crazy.
And yeah, I got screwed after that. It was way too emotional. And I don't like it when alcohol does that. Like when you drink like too much and then you just get like emotional.
Yeah, it feels so gross, right?
Right, that's the perfect word to describe it. You said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you just have like these like bitter emotions running in you,
Yeah.
it's so bad because you can tell that it's because of the alcohol that you're
Oh
feeling
yeah,
like that.
absolutely. Like you're self-aware about it the whole time, and then you're just like, oh
But you're
my
like so
God.
grumpy, like
Yeah. Back then, I wouldn't even call it like grumpiness as much as I'd call it just like sad, like depressed type feelings.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I'd feel sad and depressed, but I'd also be like moody with other people.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what
I'd
I.
be like, girl, leave me alone.
No, that is right. That is right. That's what I ended up being like towards the end of like back when I used to drink like pretty regularly.
Right.
That's what I ended up being like, and then I was just like, I don't want to be like this. I need the chemicals in my brain to produce themselves in a way that is like consistent and normal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to bog down my brain by fucking doing this shit every day.
Yeah.
And I have not done that ever since.
Yeah.
But that's how this stuff is best enjoyed. I give this message all the time in my videos that happen to do with, alcohol or anything else. That's how this stuff is best enjoyed.
Yeah,
on occasion.
This stuff is just like a one-off like trait for us. Like we don't drink this stuff normally.
Mm-hmm.
Like at all.
And that's why it's good.
Exactly.
That's why it's enjoyable.
That's why it's fun. Otherwise, it would just kind of, blur together each day you drink, and it just kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it would make, in the process, everything that you could naturally enjoy with your, I think the word is endogenous chemicals, like the chemicals in your brain your body naturally produces. You're limiting your body's ability to produce those. And in effect, like, making the rest of the world just black. Like you literally end up experiencing black Earth. It's just a black Earth.
You just think that the whole Earth is just like blah.
Yeah. Yeah, which you don't want to do.
No, you gotta love the Earth. It's a pretty fun and cool place, but you just gotta be in the right headspace.
Yes. It produced you.
Yes, I was produced by alcohol.
That's not, but that might actually be true, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how much you want to get into about that, but it's probably true.
Quite possibly.
I mean, I don't know. That guy just comes off like he could only ever be able to have sex if he were just completely out of his mind, hammered. Like he's never even thought of sex in any other situation.
Lol. Actually true, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's just completely asexual.
Yeah. I mean, miserable people are like that. The miserable people don't have sex.
They hate sex.
Just like many people in my audience.
Yeah. Sad.
Sad. So incredibly sad. There's not a lot of wonder in this this Super Mario installment.
So incredibly sad.
Yes. Yeah. This thing tastes good. I like this. Are you drinking the whole? Okay. I was like, is she really about to down that whole thing?
I should.
No, you should not,
actually,
and
no,
I will
no.
prevent you from doing precisely that.
I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry.
I remember one of the like first things that happened, like with you and me together.
Yeah.
Is we were in that Airbnb in Vermont in like January of last year.
Yeah.
And we were drinking White Claw with each other. It was like 7 or like 6 or 7 days into our trip there. And you had like 1 or 2 of them, and I had like, I think like 2. Or I think I actually had 1.5 because I was trying to be like really careful with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, I haven't drank in like a year. This is like really hitting me after I had that first one. So I was like, okay, like I was like into like the second one. I was like, okay, no. But you had those two. And you were just completely lost. Because if you guys don't know this, when you're on like female hormones or like birth control or anything like that, it's gonna make it to where alcohol affects you in a much more intense way. It's gonna affect you way stronger. And
it'll just knock you off your feet, basically.
Yeah.
You're not prepared.
And you weren't really aware of how drunk you were. You were like really drunk. You were like falling over yourself. You like didn't know where things were. You were like slurring your words.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very apparent. And you were like, "Oh, I need to drink another one. I need to have another one." And it was like a moment. One of the first moments we had where you started to really trust me afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I had told you no, and I like literally like physically like held you and tried to get you into something else, focus on something else.
Yeah.
Because
that was very, very sweet. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, because I did not want you to get in a bad situation.
Thank you.
And I feel like throughout the rest of that trip we were like way closer with each other.
True.
And there were multiple other moments that were like kind of like that.
Yeah.
That ended up happening too, and then it felt like something about like those moments where you were like really safe with me. It felt like you just like fell over yourself for me after that.
Like you would almost be like there was trouble, and then like you would like help me, and we would just like work through it together, and then we would just get closer every time.
Yeah. And like the crazy thing is it's like still been like that like this whole time, like for the last like 2 years. I guess that's just how relationships work, right? Like the good ones.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or people, they grow apart from each other because there are all of these like times in succession that where like the opposite happens. You know, someone gets taken advantage of, or like they they get fucked with or something.
Yeah, it's like you can build, but at the same time, like by doing kind of like the opposite, you can destroy as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can either behave in a loving way or in a not loving way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true. And that is your choice. And, you know, they say hurt people hurt people. You know, that the people who hurt others have been hurt in some way, and that's why that happens. But that was never a justification for hurting people.
No.
Like, you and I both have mental health problems. You and I have both been hurt in pretty gigantic ways. It doesn't give us a pass. It doesn't
justify anything.
No.
It doesn't justify us hurting other people or each other or anything like that.
No, absolutely not. And if you have those experiences, I think, if anything, they should teach you how it feels to get hurt by other people, and that you shouldn't do that to someone else because you had to go through it. You know how bad it is, right?
True, exactly.
And it's always been so strange to me when I've heard that, because, like, I think a lot of people hear of something like that and they feel kind of enlightened by it, and then they're like, oh my god, like, hurt people, that means it's okay if they hurt me. Like, I mean, I say it like it's a joke, but there's like straight up some people that think they're being like brave and noble by letting people trample on them, and it's like, no, girl, like that is not how that works.
I mean, you can do that, you can have fun, but
I don't think they're having fun.
Watch what happens, you know, you can fuck around and find out.
I don't think they're having fun, babe. No.
It may seem fun.
No.
But no.
Yeah.
They're gonna feel very bad.
Yeah, they're gonna feel so incredibly bad.
So incredibly bad. That's right.
Yeah, but what the fuck was I trying to say? I am kind of like tipsy now because I like don't know what I'm trying to say. Like making a point and then like not quite following it. I have like vlogs where I'm doing that. Those are some people, they say those are their favorite vlogs, which is crazy to me. It's like, did you miss Digibro that bad? Did you want Digi-sama that bad that you needed to go to like a different rambling drunk guy? I mean, maybe. I mean, it kind of was that.
Yeah, like a lot of those people, you know, find their way over to the OsakaSyndrome channel.
I mean, what can I say? The quality speaks for itself. I mean, not everyone can be as genius as me. I mean, it's sometimes when you're met with a masterpiece, you have nothing to do but be mastered by it. What can I say, folks? You keep trying to put this out for me. Don't.
I'm okay.
Okay. I thought you were about to fall off the thing. I was like,
No.
no, I'm not gonna let
I'm
that.
not that drunk yet.
Okay. Yet, okay. I see where this is going. I'm not gonna let it get there. I'm not gonna let it get there.
Sophia fans, rise up.
Sophia
being
fail
oppressed.
compilations rise up. It's gonna be like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 plus 5 pretty soon.
Just like me getting bullied over and over again.
Yeah, that's how many clips. They're gonna have 10 different clips.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Shit, what was I gonna say? I was telling the Popov story, and then I was telling the story about like these like weird like submissive women who like don't know what a good man looks like if it hit them on the head. I mean they are getting hit on the head. It's just not by a good man, if they have that kind of mindset. It's like, oh, like his trauma, like his like lived experience, like I have to like
Yeah.
save him, like it's like, bitch, like go the fuck outside, grow the fuck up outside, like
Yeah.
shit.
You're out of your depth.
It's like they out of something. They ain't out of the woods. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, I feel you.
shit. It's like damn, bro. No, that's just real. Like, I need to like put a ring on that. Way I put a ring on you. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like take an idea like that and fucking like wrap it up with a bow and like like gift it to someone. You know what I'm saying?
that's like what you're doing in this video.
That's like what I do in all my videos. Like
Yeah.
the way that I deliver, the way that I deliver. People don't know what I'm saying, like until they hear me saying it, and then it's been said. And
yeah,
like,
and it's already been said.
and then they know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Because like
know
human
what's
beings
up.
have this thing called empathy.
Yeah.
It's when you like don't know who those people be, but you know what the things that they say.
Yeah.
And that's like shit. I don't know. I'm like code switching like heavy right now. I need to get back. I need to get back into like the YouTuber
mode.
Yes,
You got this.
yes, I've got this. I can be eloquent
YouTuber, yeah.
and like somebody that.
YouTuber voice.
Yes. I was gonna say somebody that has things to say, but I'm not trying to say that.
Oh yeah. We've got a lot of stuff to say. This video's almost 40 minutes long.
I didn't even know. I've just been looking at your tits this whole time.
What the fuck?
I've been looking at your face too. I'm capable of looking in two places at once. I've got like my eyes can like move in like different directions.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. That's right. Shit. What was I even like trying to say? I don't remember. Yeah, basically, there are some people out there you get taken advantage of.
Yeah. Sucks to be them, I guess.
That is not what I was trying to say. And they do it because they're trying to justify the things that people do by like thinking about all the bad things that they went through, when in reality those things aren't excuses for the things that you do, right? There have been multiple points in time when I've tried to excuse the things I've done in that exact way. And there have been points in time when people have tried to excuse things that they're doing to me in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I grew up and got older, I began to see how like that's just completely wrong. You're not gonna, and the thing that really struck me was like, you're not gonna keep people in your life that are valuable,
Yeah.
that you care about, unless you change that.
Right.
And when I was met with that reality, it was like, oh my God, like I'm really doing something wrong. Like I need to look like critically at what I'm doing. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is really scary, but I'm gonna have to take responsibility.
Yeah. If anything, like the stuff you've been through in the past is like kind of a warning as to like what you shouldn't do. Like,
Exactly.
you're more prone to behave in those ways if you've been treated like that in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be really aware of that stuff, and you gotta make sure that it doesn't slip out in some way or shape or form in your own behavior in your own life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well said. Exactly that. Yeah, 100%. And it's one of those things that like, you know, if you are someone who's made those kind of mistakes, it's difficult to grapple with that reality and to realize that, you know, forgiveness from those that you've hurt in this world never was guaranteed. They don't have to forgive you, and sometimes they won't. And if they don't, then you have to change these things about yourself, for them and also for the people that you'll encounter in the future, because those experiences teach you a valuable lesson, or can teach you a valuable lesson if you allow them to. And a lot of people simply don't take that lesson from it. They sort of treat people like they're, uh, how do I say this, replaceable, right? Like they can just switch through people again and again and again.
Yeah.
And, you know, they go from manipulating one to manipulating another. It's like you weren't really attached to the person if that were the case.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are people who are genuinely meaning well. They get attached to people, they lose them, and then they're like, I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what people don't realize is that, you know, you can switch through people over and over again, but where the damage is really adding up is inside of yourself.
Yeah.
Inside of your own heart and inside of your own ability to feel love and joy and connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that.
You're just numbing yourself. You're making it harder and harder to climb out of that pit.
Yeah.
It's the opposite direction that you need to be moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that. The more damage that you do to others is also damage that you're incurring on yourself. You look at these people who treat others this way, they're always miserable, right? They're always blaming other people for their emotions and their problems and the things that they're going through. And then they end up with nothing. They end up with nothing because instead of taking responsibility throughout their life, they're blaming everyone else for the things that they have responsibility over. And of course, you can't change those things and seriously affect your world unless you start with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're constantly trying to control others and seek control in everything but yourself, you're going to be met with a terrible reality, because the reality is you don't have control over others. You can only control yourself. And yeah, I mean,
real shit, Osaka. Real shit.
It's like, I mean, yeah, it's like,
do the right thing. Just do the right thing, okay?
That's like all my videos at this point are. It's like this Boy Scout shit. It's like I'm the headmaster of the Boy Scouts, except I'm not a pedophile. And I'm like trying to really impart these lessons onto the people, these humble neats of the world.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if you do the right things for the right reasons, like, everything else is just gonna fall into place.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Aw. Isn't that wonderful? See, you can have something like that.
True.
And not have it for like 3 months. I mean, isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful?
Yes. So fun.
There was another point I wanted to make, but I feel like I've completely blanked on what it is. This has gone beyond being a beer review show. This is like a life review show right now.
Yes.
This is like
transcended like its original like goal and message.
Who knew our Melon would be getting a 44-minute video out of this? Diane, she's like fucking screaming at herself right now. It's because she got a 3-minute segment about VR chat.
That she hated.
That she hated for like $50. And this guy gave me $5 and he gets fucking 45 minutes worth of content. I mean, hey, I can't control. Sometimes the topics you give me are just bad.
Yeah.
It happened to be that I was given a really good topic by this guy. Thank you. If I get some booze in me, I'm always going to be able to talk. It's the most pro-speaking thing.
Yeah, you could just go on forever.
I could literally just go on forever. Especially if you know, I hit that federally legal Delta 8 joint while doing this sort of thing. I could make a 3-hour video. I could make a 4-hour video. I could make a 5-hour video. I could make a 12-hour podcast.
So let's make a 13-hour podcast just to beat no thank you.
Let's make a 24-hour podcast just to beat no thank you.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
25 hours.
I feel like after the 6th hour it would just devolve into you going like, and that's why like the entire universe is gonna collapse on itself, become the empty nothing, 10, 4, 45, 6. Like you're just gonna start belting out numbers like
yeah, pretty much.
YouTube doesn't want to see that.
No.
YouTube wants to see.
I can tell by the views on my channel that YouTube doesn't want to see that.
I wasn't trying to go in on you like that. Okay, I wasn't trying to go in. Not like that anyhow. Now I'm just thinking about that. It's like I feel like our Melon is going to be getting content that he wasn't even trying to get made in this world.
No, but you know, this is what happens when you get an OsakaSyndrome video.
This is what happens. Yeah. I mean, be kind. Rewind. Not just the VHS tapes that you rent out. That's a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
But also, like, I mean, rewind on your life. Like, think about the things that you're doing. Critically think about them. Think about, like, ask yourself the question, am I the problem here?
Yeah.
Am I the one that fucked up? If you're asking yourself that, pretty often you fucked up, right? Like,
I mean, yeah.
Like, try to be self-aware, and once you do that,
yeah,
you're not gonna be square. You're gonna be hip.
If you fucked up, it's like it's okay. You just gotta learn. And
just not do it again.
Exactly. It's
That's
fine.
it. Or
just figure it out.
Even if you do it again, if you're trying not to do it, like genuinely trying, and only you know that only you are capable of knowing if you're genuinely trying.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just guessing.
Do the right thing more, do the wrong thing less.
Yeah. I mean, that's the simple way of saying it. But I'm trying to give these guys something that they can apply.
Yes.
You know, it's like only
you're more of the applied knowledge person.
Yes. I mean, how would I be able to do anything without that?
Yes.
Like only you are truly capable of knowing. If you're truly like trying, being deliberate, and so on. Other people will get signs that you're not really trying, and they'll make inferences based on that, and they might make decisions based on that, and you have to kind of just live with that. And if you were genuinely trying, you got to try harder next time. I'm sorry, people don't like hearing that, but it's true. I had to tell myself that, and then I had to do that. It sucks, but if you want to be happy, if you want something like what I have, if you want something like what I have, you have to do that. If you want something that works for you,
or something like what I have.
Yeah, I mean,
all the lovely
that is true.
ladies out there.
That is true. And whatever that looks like for you individually, just a person that makes you happy, right? You've got to do exactly what I'm describing, exactly as I'm describing it, because this is a formula that's going to work no matter who you are, you know, no matter what your situation is. It's like kind of a universal thing.
Universal truth.
Yeah, it literally is. It's literally a universal truth.
Yes.
But I know there are people out there that they have just dastardly desires or thoughts, momentary desires, I might say. You gotta learn how to deal with them. You gotta learn how to reframe your thinking and think of things in a new way. You know, be kind, rewind. The rewind is the introspection. That's where the introspection is. And that's where you're gonna see your improvement. That's where you're gonna start being kind to others. You know, really following the first part of that mantra is in the rewind.
Yeah, just like take some time, like just be alone with your own thoughts for a bit, you know, just think about things.
Yeah, I mean, there was that quote I've always loved to quote on this channel, where they said like, all of men's problems can be summed up by like their inability to sit alone, quiet in a room. It was like something like that.
Yeah. Like if you're like the kind of person who just constantly needs to have like a podcast or something like that on, it's like just take a second, like turn it off and just think.
Yeah.
Like, is my life on the track that I want it to be on, or could it be going a little bit better?
Yeah. I mean, exactly. The noise pollution is it's out of the control. It's out of this world.
Yeah, it's like it's making it seem like a lot of stuff that doesn't matter that much like really matters a whole lot.
Yeah.
And that stuff that matters a whole lot is just not really that important.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
Only you can decide what's important to you. So make sure you think about that and, you know, really know what you want.
Yeah. And I think that's a perfect note to end this video on, because I don't have really anything else to say.
Me neither.
She really liked this Modelo Chelada Mango y Chile. Great stuff.
Thank you.
I really liked the Smirnoff Ice Smash Red, White, and Berry. So there was W's all around. There were W's all around.
Yeah. And you all get a new video, 52-minute video, so.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people really enjoying their commute right now.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Or their RuneScape session.
or suppose I've seen like multiple posts on 4chan of people saying that they were sucking cock or getting their cock sucked. It's with my videos in the background.
Well,
maybe that's happening right now. I mean, there are sexual tensions in every video with both of us in them. That's just how it is. That's life.
True.
Maybe they felt a little something and had to go.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but I'm going to bed. Good night.